Hi guys, welcome back to Euro Truck Simulator 2, where we are at the Volvo dealer in Limoges in France, having just dropped off our last cargo, and we're now going to get some beacons. So I'm just going to literally reverse back to the workshop area. Give me a second or two. It's just behind us here, so I'm just reversing back to that now. There we go. Right, let's have a look. So, it's not transmission, it's not interior, it's not paint job, it could well be accessories. Right, okay, let's have a look at that. Light bar, beacon, there we go, that's what we want. So I'm going to put a beacon onto the top of the truck so that we can start allocating points against ADR jobs when we next have one to allocate. So that should be that. So let's have a look for a job. So we're in Limoges over here. We could go to Hungary. 27-hour journey. We could do the first bit. We've got Sweden. Rotterdam we've been, Dover we've been, Plymouth. I think we'll go Hungary. Let's go Hungary and let's do the first bit of that now. We've just rested, so we should have a fair bit of time for driving to get some of it done. So we just need to get out of here. So here we go. So this is where we came into the Volvo dealer. It's on the outskirts of Limoges, if I remember correctly. So we've dropped off our couple of Volvo trucks, and now we're going to head round and pick up this job to Hungary. Okay, so we've got to go down here and then right by the look of it. We've got 118,000 in the bank, so we've got a fair bit of money. So we'll be ready to upgrade to the next truck as soon as it's available. I think it was level 16. Should have checked while I was at that Volvo dealer, shouldn't I? But not in any tearing rush, but ideally would like to get to the best possible truck as soon as possible, and then can start considering other elements of the strategy like garages and such like. Want to get some garages across Europe as well. Ultimately, I guess employing some people and allocating them to some of those garages, so having garages across Europe will not be a bad thing at all. Just engage the cruise control and just head down this road. Traffic's not very busy, it's 1 o'clock in the morning, so it's not going to be terribly busy at this time of day. Hopefully, at least some of this journey will be in the light. First few hours will be dark, I'm afraid, but not much we can do about that. Okay, so here we come. So on loading the game, we appear to be getting towards 10% of the map explored, which is quite a lot. I'm not sure whether that explored percentage actually takes into account the map mods that you've got installed, or whether it's simply based on the the base map. I'm not sure, but whatever. It was about 9.5% or something like that. It'll go up a bit when we do this job once at Hungary, one would assume. We haven't been there yet. Okay, so here's where we're picking up this job just coming up now. Wassery appears to be the depot. That's obviously a wood yard. Okay, so let's have a look. What have we got? Yep, so there's our job. Lumber going to Pex in Hungary. And there's our trailer right there. So what I'm going to do is swing around here somewhere. And hopefully reverse back to the trailer. Some of these lumber yards are quite tight with where trailers are parked sometimes. This one is not too bad. Using track IR, of course, to look in the left mirror. So we haven't got the extra mirrors that Euro Truck gives you. Track IR does enable you to give a higher degree of realism in my view. Okay, so we should be just about ready to attach the trailer. There we go. Okay, so let's get the trailer attached. And head out. We have to go left out of here. Nothing coming down there. All there, that's fine. Okay, so fairly minor road at this point, but hopefully we'll get to something like a motorway fairly soon. Potentially with tolls, of course, but that tends to be fairly typical driving in France, so we can't worry about that. Fuel, we're on just under half a tank. We'll be filling up somewhere. No need to worry desperately at the moment, but we will need to refuel somewhere. So ideally, we've got nearly 10 hours. So ideally, towards the end of that time, we'd be stopping at a fuel station and resting and filling up with fuel, all ready for the next part of the journey in the next video. Okay, so we can head out of here. It looks like we're coming straight to a toll booth already. So yeah, if we can find a fuel station somewhere towards the end of the 10 hours nearly driving time that we've got, we can rest and get fuel there in preparation for the rest of the journey. So that will work quite nicely, hopefully. We need to go around to the right here. And here's the toll. May not pay at this one. This may be a get the ticket and pay at the other end of the road, I assume. But we'll see. Yeah, keep the ticket. There we go. Start of toll road. That's fine. Nothing else coming through, so we don't have to worry about anybody coming to us from the right. So if you guys have got any ideas for any other mods you want to see me employ, just let me know and I'll do some offline testing and make sure there's no issues with anything, and we can try different things, maybe oversized loads. Of course, we do now have on Steam the heavy haul DLC, which I haven't got as yet. At the moment I have enough problems just with the ones I've got, but yeah, I can certainly look at that before too long. I think that will be a handy addition to have, I think. It's a question of which is a better option. Is it better to go for the heavy haul DLC, or is it better to simply go for oversized load mod, which gives you wide loads, long loads, all sorts really. So I don't know. I mean, I think probably both, possibly. Depends if there's a good oversized load mod which works satisfactorily with this version of the game and with the other mods I've got installed. If you do have to think about mod compatibility, sometimes they don't work together and your game will just crash. And obviously we don't want anything like that going on. Hence the need for offline testing to make sure everything works together, but generally I find the mods are pretty good. I mean, I don't find I get many issues with mods. You do have to check carefully when you're looking at map mods. I mean, if you are looking at Promods, that will not work with TSM. Truck Simulation Map. TSM is basically effectively the same as Promods, competition for Promods if you like. The two don't work together, but they both work with things like Rusmap, so you can choose which one you want really. I mean, personally, I'm quite a fan of Promods, but each will have their own preferences, I'm sure. Just bear in mind that if you don't have Promods, Rusmap, Project Balkans, all these things installed as I do, then some of the cities I go to may not be available to you. And some of them are added in by those map mods, so different map mods may add in different cities, and therefore you might not necessarily have all the cities that I've got. You may have other ones that I don't have, obviously, so the base vanilla game is of course the same, and included I do have Going East, Scandinavia and the Balkans DLCs, all of which you need for Promods, I believe. I don't think Promods will work unless you've got all those DLCs installed. Oh, is this that bridge I like? I like the look shape of this bridge. This is the same bridge I came across earlier on. Not sure what it's over, a river I assume. Difficult to see in the dark. Which is a problem when you're driving in Euro Truck. I know for you guys watching the video it's not ideal, some of it's in the dark, but you know, when you're doing longer jobs some of it is going to be in the dark, unfortunately. It's 3:20 in the morning now, so it'll start getting light fairly soon. It's about 5-6 in the morning, I think. Somewhere around that. So I'm enabling the cruise control and hopefully fairly straightforward drive down here for the next, what, almost 8 hours of driving time. At which point we'll be looking to rest somewhere. Okay, so we're going off to the right up here. One of these long sweeping off ramps, if you want to call it that, and toll coming up as well. That might well be where we pay our toll fee. It's very quiet, being 4 o'clock in the morning, so not a bad time of day to be doing these things. At least you're not queuing for the toll. Okay, £52. Enough, but not too much. Could be worse. Okay, so we've got a bus coming through there, let him go. I think we're okay now. And off to the right again very shortly, so we won't be on this road very long. Looks like, oh, maybe not that one actually. No, I think it's straight on and sort of, maybe it's not off this road, maybe this road just bends around. Strangely, the map didn't seem to like where I went, and it's like we're going to have to turn around somewhere, which is a bit strange, but hopefully we can work that out. There's a depot down there, an IKEA depot, so hopefully there'll be somewhere we can turn around without too much difficulty. Didn't look like I was supposed to go right, but maybe I should have done. Just hoping there's a junction up here. Looks like there is. Question is it one where I can get onto that other road and turn around and come back onto this one, or is it one where it goes over that road? If it goes over that road, we could have a problem. I didn't think I'd gone the wrong way there, but clearly I had, by the look of things. I need to be going back the way I'm come, so it's going to be a little while before we can turn around, I think. Which is a shame. So sorry about that, guys, but we'll find our way around soon, hopefully. Unfortunately, it's one of those roads with basically concrete barrier all up the middle, so there's no way you can just swing round on a U-turn. Something else coming up, possibly a junction coming up here. Let's hope so. Yeah, it looks like there's a junction here. So let's try going around here. There you go, the sat-nav is now indicating where it wants me to go, saying we can go around this way. So we've resolved that issue. We're very low speed around here. Okay, so we need to go right here to take us back under the road that we just came off. Rather than going round and straight back onto that road here, it's actually sending us further on, so how's our fuel? Our fuel's going down a bit actually. I think we're okay for a while yet though. I'd really like to refuel and rest at the same place. I'm just a little bit concerned. It may be one of those situations where it's absolutely ages till we see another fuel station, but we've got nearly 6 hours. Let's continue and see how we get on. Hopefully we'll find a few more fuel stations down the road, and hopefully nearer to that 6 hour when we have to rest anyway. Church on the right, by the look of it. It's a weird little village or something there. 50-mile-an-hour speed limit down here. What's that? About 90 kilometers an hour, I think. And dropping immediately to 43 by the look of it. 43 miles an hour, that is 70 kilometers an hour. Everything on my truck is in miles an hour because I bought a truck in the UK. As you know, it's right-hand drive, which is what I'm used to, so I'm fairly happy with that. Got my truck in London, Volvo dealer in London. And that's probably what I'll do for the next one as well, especially if we can be heading that way in a few jobs time, then maybe we can be sort of pretty close to London when we buy the truck, so we don't shift massively across the world. I do like to avoid massive shifts across the world if possible, because I just don't think it's very realistic. I mean, technically you should drive back with no trailer, I suppose, but if I can take jobs that get me somewhere near where I want to be, like London if I'm going to buy another truck, because that's where you get the truck, from the truck dealer in London. So to have jobs that take me back that way beforehand would be ideal. We're passing a rest area here, but not a fuel station by the look of it. I'm going to keep heading on. I'm hoping I'm not pushing my luck here. I'm not going to run out of fuel somewhere. Let's see. Bit of traffic down here as well. Starting to get light now. 6 in the morning. We've got quite a windy road coming up. I'll look at the route advisor. Obviously not surprising, the traffic's going a bit slower than if it's this windy. Quite a few bends to contend with on this bit. Nice scenery again though. Now it's getting light, you can start to see the scenery. I mean, it is very pleasant. Lots of trees and grass, and obviously quite a rural area we're in at the moment. Some of these bends are quite sharp. Looks like it's getting better now, judging by the fact the speed limit is going to increase up to 50 miles an hour, so clearly there'll be less bends now. Still got a few to come by the look of it. There's a river to our right. I do think the Eurotruck scenery is very well done. I mean, those rocks to our left look pretty cool, you've got to say. We're down to the 31 mile an hour limit again. And somebody's just parked his van and got out. No, I've not seen that before. Well, I'm not sure if he just got out. He was wheeling a wheelbarrow across there, but looked almost like he just parked and got out the van. But it's good that you get characters at the side of the road doing things, and you know, makes the world look lived in. I'm sure quite what that guy on the left was doing, but there you go. But it's good it makes the world look lived in. Not sure whether that's from the base game or whether that's being added in by Promods or something, but because I have got pedestrians ticked in the gameplay menu, which will give us pedestrians around in the cities. And that's even in the vanilla game, I think. So, could be that. Okay, so let's see, we're going right here. Very rocky area. Okay, how long have we got now? 3 hours 58 minutes, nearly 4 hours. And we need to be looking for somewhere to rest in a couple of hours time, somewhere around that I think. So that we don't push our luck too far. I always get a little bit concerned when I'm on these minor roads. I always feel happier if you're on a motorway, you can almost guarantee there'll be some motorway services. Whereas on minor roads like this, it can be quite a long time before you see another petrol station. And I do need petrol as well as rest, so could become an issue, but we'll see, hopefully not. Down to about 20, well, just under 22 hours to go now, so actually we could rest any time, because then we get 11 hours and then another rest in the other 11 hours, which would be enough to complete the job. So we could actually rest any time now. So if I see a petrol station, I think I'll go for it basically. And another bridge, clearly over a river this time. Very wide river, but a river nonetheless. I like the way you have different styles of bridges and stuff as well. And the train crossings are really good, where the barriers come down when the train's coming and all that sort of thing. Though the trains aren't very long, the trains could be longer. They generally mostly seem to be cargo trains. Don't see too many passenger trains, I've got to say. Okay, so we're going off to the left up here just before a toll. We're clearly not paying that toll. In fact, I have to go left here. Okay. Is this a more major road we're coming on to? Possibly? If not, are we staying on these sort of more minor roads where finding a petrol station can be more of an issue? But we'll see. I'm down to about a quarter of a tank now, so we've still got enough to get us a fair way, I think. So we're not desperate, but given that we're down to 21 hours remaining on the job now, how long is there for us to actually deliver it? 42 hours, that's fine. Okay, so where is a petrol station? That is going to be the big question now. Could of course take a look at the world map and see if we can see one coming up. But I think for now, I'll just keep going and see if we can come across anything. Of course, for rest, you've got the alternative of hotels and maintenance depots and stuff like that in the cities, but that doesn't solve the petrol issue, so ideally a fuel station would be the best option. It's another advantage, of course, of when you buy your garages across Europe, that you can then go and refuel there, and the fuel, I believe, in your own garage is at wholesale prices, not retail prices, so it's cheaper as well. But of course it costs quite a bit to buy the garages, so it's all about how you decide to invest in your company and your career. And whilst everybody will have different strategies about how to do it best. Hello, have we got traffic lights here? Yes, it looks like it. The light's gone green. Okay, through a bit of roadworks. Neon. I've heard of Leon, but not Neon. That's a new one. I don't even count as a discovery for us because it's not actually shown on the map as on the route advisor as such as being the city, so I don't think it's one that we can discover. But we'll carry on down here, and then we're going left at the end here. The rocks now, I'm quite impressed with them, and they do look pretty realistic, you've got to say. A lot of detail gone into modelling all of that. Over the curb a bit there, but not to worry. There's that river. Okay, so hopefully we are going to see a petrol station before too long. Hopefully. How long have we got now till we need to? Oh, we're down to less than 2 hours, so we do need to rest fairly soon. And as I say, hopefully get fuel at the same time, but if not, we will have to rest and then get the fuel afterwards. I guess he'll start yawning soon. Ah, petrol. I can see a petrol station symbol. Excellent. Might be the other side of the road, but that's not the end of the world. So petrol and rest together, just as I wanted it. So that's fitted in perfectly with our plan, which is nice, and we'll have about 20 hours of the journey to go. Just starting to yawn. The timing couldn't really be better. So there it is. So let's just turn in there. Okay, turn off the engine, fill the tank. Not bad price either, 0.93, so 93 British pence a litre, which is a lot less than it is in the UK, I can assure you. So that's quite advantageous as well. Two trucks going down this road. Okay, fuel tank is full. And there should be a rest area just over here. As he yawns again, we pull into the rest area, hopefully. Not sure if that's going to be straight enough. Ah, it was almost there. Almost there. Let's get the trailer into the rest area a bit better, and I think that will do us. Yep, there you go. So we'll stop the engine and rest. Okay, so we need to remember that we need to go to the left out of here when we leave. But for now, guys, that'll be the end of that episode. So join me again when we'll continue our journey to Hungary. If you enjoyed the video, hit that like button. And don't forget to subscribe for more Euro Truck Simulator 2 updates. And I'll see you next time. Take care. Bye now.